Hi there everyone, this is Adrien, the exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. Hope you all are doing well today. Today I thought I would show you guys a video for some basic exercises for your hips and kind of the surrounding musculature of your hips. So these are all going to be very low impact, not really intensive whatsoever. Sometimes these are done in rehabilitation settings or in prehabilitation settings. Sometimes in warm-ups and things like that for people that need to work on their hip musculature or the hip activation, things like that. So when I'm referring to the hip musculature and the surrounding areas, I'm mainly talking about a couple different areas. Talking about your hip adductor muscles. So for those are the muscles on the inside of your upper quadricep here. So on the inside of your thigh. I'm talking about your hip abductor muscles, so the muscles on the outside of your leg, on your upper hip here. And then also talking about the upper muscles of your gluteus, so your gluteus medius primarily, though your minimus and your maximus do also play a role as well in this whole function. So, I'll show you guys 7 or 8 exercises today. They're all very, like I said, low impact, easy to do. These are not there to be used as a diagnostic tool or anything like that in this setting. That needs to be done by a professional, someone like a physician or a physical therapist. These are simply examples of exercises that you can often do to help you with the situation. So if you feel like you have tight hips, feel free to try these out. As per usual, if you're new to physical activity, if you're turning to physical activity from a long layoff, or if you have a medical condition that might make doing physical activity difficult, please consult with your physician prior to beginning any new exercise program. Thank you. So the first exercise that I actually thought I would show here, as I get things set up properly here, 1 second. Perfect. The first exercise I thought I would show here is just some basic leg swings. So for a leg swings, you can find a wall, or you can hold a chair out in front of you. You stand on one leg. What we're doing is we're trying to swing our leg back and forth. So crossing our midline and out to the other side. And you can get going with these if you want. You can really get some momentum going if you're able to. If you're not able to, this is fine. If you can cross the midline and back, that's totally fantastic. So obviously you want to do both sides. Oftentimes it's easier with a chair out in front of you because you don't got to worry about kicking a wall like myself. You can also do these same ones going forwards and backwards. So you start working the hip flexor muscles, the muscles on the front of the hip there. On this side. Perfect. So after that, there's a couple different movements that we will move into. I want to show you guys another one that's often used as a warm up. I'm not even sure of its actual formal name, but it's pretty much just an internal and an external kind of rotation of the hip with the knee. So what we're going to do is, once again, find yourself a surface to hold on to. Raise your one leg up. What we're going to do is rotate the leg outwards, still trying to keep it parallel with the ground, and then back down and bring it back to the front. So straight up, out, and down. So we'll do 5 this side, 4, and 5. Now we'll go the other direction. So instead of going up, out, we'll go up and in. So out, up, and in. And now we'll switch legs. Up, out. Let's do these as fast or as slow as you see fit. And out to in. Perfect. So those are 2 really basic, nice warm-up exercises. The next one I'm going to move to is what's called a clamshell, as Coach Linda comes to join me. So for the clamshells, what we're going to be doing, stay back, Luna. What we are going to be doing here, we're going to take this exercise band I have here. So you see this one here? I have shown these in other videos before, but it's just a regular band that you can tie into a knot if you can. We're going to put it under both of our feet, up to our legs here. So see, it's right on the front of my knees there. We're going to do clamshells. We're going to bring our legs out and in. Out, hold for a second, and in. Out, hold for a second, and in. Out, hold for. This is working a lot of those external rotators and external hip abductor muscles. This is a fantastic exercise. So you can also do these laying down on your side where you're raising one leg up, make it a little bit more intensive. For the sake of this video, I'll just show it this way. Obviously, if you don't have a band, or a band is too difficult, you can elevate your legs slightly off the ground and just go out and in with your legs. Awesome. So the next one, to work some of the adductor muscles, we're just going to do some basic squeezes. So for that, you can either use a medicine ball or a pillow even, or something soft. I'm just going to use my fist, for example. So I put my fist right in between my knees here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze my legs in, trying to squish my fist. We'll hold that for 10 seconds. And go. So I'm squeezing in both ways against my fist, and relax. And you can do that for 3 or so rounds to work on those internal adductor muscles better. So adductor, ADD, is you're adding to the midline of the body. So that's anytime things are from the outside and moving in. So when your leg's out and coming in, that's adduction. Same thing with an arm. If your arm's out here, it's coming in, that's adduction. Abduction, so ABD, because there's adduction and abduction. So ABD, abduction, is something being taken away from the body. So like an alien is coming and has abducted your body part. So when you're taking your leg from the midline and bringing it outward, it is being abducted. So you can take your legs in the middle, and an alien has come and has abducted your leg. So just some basic terminology there, so everyone is on the same kind of path. So the next exercise, which I do show in a lot of my videos, is the lateral leg raise. So which is an abduction movement, ABD. You hold it onto your side, go out to the side and in. As usual, you want to stay as close to being upright as possible. We don't really want you leaning over like that. Stay as upright as you can. It'll help create a stronger as well as a better contraction in the actual outer hip musculature. And obviously you can do the same thing with the other side. I don't have a wall here, so this is a little bit more difficult, but if you want to work on your balance further, fantastic way to work on it. Awesome. So the final 2 movements today are going to be squatting movements. So squatting movements generally work more uniformly your whole lower body, but we can increase kind of the focus on the hips and the glutes and all those kind of things based on kind of how we're squatting, where we're placing our feet, range of motion, so on and so forth. So first one we are going to be doing is going to be a wide stance toes out squat. Some people call it a prayer style squat. Some people would call it a low bar squat. So for this one, it's hard to tell. So my usual squatting stance is about here. So I'm bringing my feet out nice and wide. I'm pointing my toes outwards. You can think of making a 90-degree angle with my toes coming into my body. And then from here, I focus on sitting back, and down and up. So as I'm doing this, I can feel a nice stretch in here and contraction in the muscles in the back. So down and up, down and up. And I can hold that, get a good stretch, and up. Down there, and hold that, get a nice good stretch through the hips, and up. So you could always do that for rounds of like a minute of squatting, so on and so forth. The final exercise that I will be showing is another one that I often show, known as the Cossack squat. So that's another wide stance squat. This is the one where you're going to be leaning over on each side. So we're going to lean over, squat, bend, and back up. Turn my toes outwards. Lose my balance. Bend, stretch, and up. Go over this side, stretch. See a really good stretch on the adductor muscles, this muscles on the inside of your leg, while your other leg is actually weight bearing. So it gets so your outer leg that is weight bearing actually gets some muscular work, so some hypertrophy work and some strength work, some endurance work, while your other leg gets to stretch. It's a fantastic exercise. If you're not able to get your way out there, you can totally bring your legs in a bit and shift, kind of like this. Just get a good stretch in there. Really focus on keeping that stretched leg straight. The straighter we can keep this leg, and the further we can tilt our hips away from it, stretch everything on the inside. So like right here, this leg is straight. I'm not getting much of a stretch, but all I do is shift my hips, just a little bit there. That is now stretching everything on the inside there. Same thing this side, right? Right here, I'm not getting much of a stretch, though my leg is straight. So I shift my hips. I start getting a really good stretch on my hip adductor muscles. So those are the exercises. Those are the exercises that I wanted to show you today. That's by no means an exhaustive list of hip exercises. There are millions, and that's just a quick list of some that you can try if you have some hip tightness, or you want to try and warm up your hips, before exercising. They shouldn't once again be used to diagnose any injury, though these exercises are often used in some rehab programs. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below. My name is Adrien. I'm an exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. Thank you so much, and have a great day.